Hello gems, welcome back to another video. This is your ultimate strategy for BITSAT 2025. This is your guide to clearing BITSAT 2025. You guys have been requesting me a lot for this video, and I assure you, no matter where you stand today, you can still pull this off. Of course, it will require a tremendous amount of work if you are starting very low. Okay, so I assure you, with 5 to 6 hours of work every day, day in, day out, it is still possible, provided you are willing to put in this amount of work, and maybe even more coming to the later weeks of the exam. Okay, we don't have the luxury of time with us. The rest of the world might have prepared for it since the last 12 months, but we have with us only 12 weeks. Okay, we don't have the luxury of time, but we do have the luxury of focus. Okay, and we have to capitalize on it. If you align with this vision, if you want to do something great for yourself, this is your guide to greatness. This could be a story which you are a hero of, but the choice is yours. If you are willing to put in the work, I am with you, and I'll guide you through this 12 weeks, and I'll break it down for you. So we'll go through week by week. Okay, we'll break it down in three sessions. Through these three sessions across 12 weeks, you'll see yourself grow a lot and see yourself get capable of clearing BITSAT. Okay, so that is the motto of this video. That is the mission statement of this video. If you are somebody who is willing to put in the work but is lacking direction, this video is perfect for you. Okay, so let's dive into it. So let me break it down for you now. So from the first week to the sixth week, so that is from the 2nd of March today to 12th of April, you are supposed to focus on these three things. One is the syllabus completion. So that depends where you stand currently. So we might not be able to complete it fully, but our target is to cover up most of it. Okay, BITSAT requires you to know a lot of things. Okay, so then we have short notes. So we'll target completing the short notes side by side. As we are learning the topic, we'll also complete the short notes. We don't have to prepare long notes in the firstly and then short notes. Okay, we don't have the luxury of time. As I've told you, we'll directly move on from the chapter. While we are learning the chapter, we'll focus on the short notes. I'll go into the details of each of this, how you are supposed to do it. Okay, then you'll also focus on questions. Now this question should be level 1, not directly the type of BITSAT questions. Okay, so it should be slightly less than the BITSAT level, so that you are able to tackle those questions and gain confidence. Okay, later we'll move on to questions of better level. Okay, so I'll tell you where to find those, all of that. So let's break it down using the example of physics. I'll also mention briefly what you are supposed to do for chemistry and math. I've already done the work. Actually, you are just supposed to do it, work it out for yourself. Okay, so let's take the example of physics. So here I've written the chapters, all the different chapters that you are supposed to cover in physics. So the relevance order is high to low. So the chapters on top are very relevant for BITSAT, and you are supposed to complete these chapters. Okay, then the relevance decreases as we go down. So you are allowed to skip if not possible. If you can't complete these chapters, you are allowed to skip these chapters. Okay, so your priority should be you should start covering chapters from the top. Okay, so that is my suggestion to you, and you should follow it. Okay, so firstly we have the important chapters of mechanics, which is from units and dimensions to system of particles. You are supposed to know every of those chapters. Then electric field is important, the first chapter of 12th standard, also electrostatics in general, then moving charges and magnetism. So a lot of questions from Biot-Savart law and its application. Then also learn gravitation. So once you know electrostatics, gravitation kind of becomes easy. Ray optics, wave optics, huge chapters, huge marks. Okay, so fluids also, different concepts, questions can be framed. Oscillations, easy chapter to learn. Few things, and you can learn this easily. Waves, a few key concepts like the organ pi, bits, and what else you have, Doppler effect. Okay, certain favorite topics of BITSAT, right? So my suggestion will be at least complete this. Okay, actually you should push up to maybe the thermodynamics and the nuclei and atoms within the 6 months. Actually you should be able to do it. So depends on where you stand now. You might have completed certain chapters, so that can act to your advantage. so you can cover up more chapters, okay, and it will surely help you. The more you cover up, the more it will help you for BITSAT, okay. So at least complete this. It's actually a very low bar. If you can complete up to this, okay, all the thermodynamics chapters as well as nuclei and atom, modern physics, okay. Also semiconductor becomes slightly important for BITSAT, not as much for GE, but these final topics I'll allow you to skip, okay. If you don't have the time, just skip it, okay. Very few questions come from this particular topic, especially magnetism and matter as such. Over few years, one question will pop up, okay. You don't have to worry about it as much, okay. So that is how you are supposed to do this. So first of all, break down each of the subjects. So I've done this for physics. I've also done it for chemistry and maths just years few back, okay. So this was done previously for 22, I believe, BITSAT 2022. So I'll link those videos wherein I've spoken of the important chapters in chemistry and math. Okay, this was for physics, chemistry and math. You'll find the videos in the description box of this video. So you'll get to know the important chapters. So you have to do again this type of scheme, and you'll have to see which topic are you going to target first, okay. So that should be your first aim. Do it today, okay. So that will give you a very clear way of achieving things, okay. So that is how we'll cover up the topics. Now how actually do you cover up the topics, okay. First of all, my suggestion is to not go through the entire theory of the books, okay. Just go for a one-shot video if you are somebody who wishes to study online, or you can go for a coaching model if you don't prefer studying online. So actually one-shot video is the best, okay. And prepare side-by-side notes, okay, short notes, okay. You don't have to write down everything. You just note down the important formulae. By the way, I have entire physics cheat sheet where I have written all the formulae of 11th and 12th standard physics. So also that video I'll link in the description. There are valuable things in that also. I have the BITSAT for logical reasoning and English stuff also present over there, okay. Do check out that video. That video also I'll put in the description, okay. So all the videos in the description are important. They are a part of this strategy, okay. So do check those out once you finish with this video, okay. So cover up your syllables via one-shot videos. Prepare the short notes side by side, okay. You don't have to write everything. Write what is important, the formula or the key concept, okay. So maybe how you solve a particular question, like in physics, like suppose if we have the concept of block over block, how do you solve certain type of questions, okay. Or how do you the SHM equation or the projection of SHM, basically a projection of circular motion giving you SHM, okay. So brief concepts you can write, and the formulae more importantly, okay. And how to use one formula in terms of other, like using one formula you can get a certain term, and that term using substituting that term into some other formula may lead you to your answer, okay. So combination of two formulas. So that is how you should develop your thinking, okay. Anyways, that way you'll building up the short notes. Just focus on the formulae and key concepts, okay. Then so that is done. This is how you're supposed to prepare. So and your aim should be to cover up one chapter. Now this is very, might seem ambitious, but this is how you are supposed to do it. You are supposed to cover up one chapter each of physics, chemistry, maths per day, okay, each day. But I've given you a buffer, certain buffer. 6 weeks is a lot of time to cover up your syllables, okay. Even if you miss certain days, okay, not a lot, keep this a target to yourself. But if you miss certain days, don't be stressed that you won't be able to complete up, okay. Of course you might not be able to complete, but let's see how far you get, okay. So you keep this target in mind of one chapter each day. If you don't meet it, don't get stressed. There is still a lot of time, okay. So that should be your target each day, okay. And if the chapter is short, go for more chapters, okay. On the days where you have less work, capitalize on that, okay. So that is the important points done. Also coming to the level 1 questions, now this will elevate your level and give you some confidence to work around the questions. Now coming to the level 1 questions, where will you find this type of questions? First of all, for physics, we have the question bank series, our very own series on this channel. You can refer the series. It was meant for this specific purpose, that I deliver to you the 10 important concepts in every chapter, and we practice those questions which are relevant just before the exam, right? So we have in fact finished the complete series for 11 standard chapters. We are going to finish the 12 standard series. It might take a few months, but you can follow this series, question bank series. It's available on the channel. I'll link the playlist in the description box again. Then if you are not a fan of studying online mode, you can go for DC Pandey book. Okay, you can directly solve the numerical. Don't go for theory. Theory always prefer the coaching model. Just in brief you prepare. Okay, we don't have time to prepare in depth. Okay, or this book you can use. For chem you can use NCRT Exemplar. Okay, and it's best for chem that you go for coaching model as opposed to a one shot video. It will take less time and you'll be able to prepare very well. Okay, so if you have it available with you, please go for coaching model for chemistry and practice from NCRT Exemplar, and it's actually very relevant for BITSAT too. So this itself will help you a lot for BITSAT. And if you still want more, this comes at a higher level later. So you can practice JEE Main PYQ in the upcoming weeks after week 6. Okay, I'll come to that. So this is for both JEE Main PYQ. For maths especially, this becomes important for maths. Okay, maths level is very good for BITSAT. So go up to level of your JEE Main PYQ for maths in particular. Okay, we'll come to that, the leveling up of questions in week 7 to 9. Okay, then for maths, if you want to prepare level 1 questions, you can refer your book R.D. Sharma, the board one, the normal board objective type book. Okay, so that one you can refer and just try to solve the question. No need to do the theory, just do the theory via one shot videos. Okay, so that's about the how you're supposed to break down your week 1 to 6 in syllabus, the short note completion, and the question. Okay, so you please don't skip any part of this process. You might think short note is not very important, but it will play a major role in later. Okay, later when you want to revise, you cannot go back and revise the entire chapter, right? When you have short notes, you can refer a certain part, or if you missed out certain thing, you can note it down in your short note and refer later. Okay, so it's quite helpful. Each part of this process is helpful. Without this, you won't be able to tackle good level questions. Okay, so each of this thing that you're supposed to do, you are supposed to do. Okay, it's important piece of the puzzle. So that's how you break it down for week 1 to 6. Let's move to the next 3 weeks. Into the later half of this strategy, we have week 7 to week 9 and week 10 to week 12. This is what you're exactly supposed to do. Now, don't think that the aim of this strategy is to clear BITSAT session 2. No, it's not. Okay, it's to clear BITSAT session 1. Okay, and please have it in your mind that you put everything on the line to clear session 1. If you think, okay, with this strategy I can put in the work and come close to clearing session 1, I may not clear it, but then I'll clear session 2. This won't happen. Okay, you have to put in all that you have got for the session 1. Okay, and the results are not in your hand, of course. Let's see how far you get, but the aim should be you are supposed to clear session 1. Give everything that you have got. If you fall short, you'll realize the exact things that you are supposed to work on in the 1 month that you get between session 1 and session 2 to pull it off. Okay, but if you treat this strategy as something for session 2, then you'll compromise. You'll keep compromising, and greatness won't come from compromising. Okay, so bleed in the training so that you bleed less in the war. Okay, so let's come to week 7 and 9. So week 7 to 9. So here you are supposed to revise the short notes that you have prepared while studying the lecture. Okay, while doing the one shot videos. Then you can put this short notes to test by solving previous year questions or BITSAT relevant questions. Then you are also supposed to focus on logical reasoning and English. It is an important section of the paper. 30 questions, 90 marks, equivalent to one of the major sections of the paper, right? So, and these are quite literally simple marks. Okay, so least effort, more marks. So this is what you are supposed to focus on, and it won't take a lot of your time. You don't have to worry about that, but surely you are supposed to work on it. Okay, so let's come to the details. For physics, chemistry, maths, this is how you practice the questions. Now previous year questions won't be exactly available. All the questions that you find are memory based, but yeah, of course you are supposed to strengthen your uh, practice via them only. So, or the JEE Main PYQs. So for chemistry and maths you can go for the JEE Main PYQs or BITSAT memory based if you find. Okay, you can refer Aryan guidebook or the BITSAT Photo Club book for this. Okay, this also has the collection of your logical reasoning and English. So for that also you can use it. So that is how you find the previous year questions or the BITSAT relevant questions. For physics, you can specifically refer to the Super 30 series that we did, I think, for 23, BITSAT 23 or 22, I'm not sure, but I'll link it in the description. So in this series, we tackle 30 questions every time, okay, with each episode from physics. So if you're interested in that, you can watch Super 30 series for BITSAT practicing BITSAT relevant question. Now this is an important period in your preparation. Also A series is one of its own series on BITSAT on YouTube, one of its own only kind. Okay, I'm not bragging about myself, but yeah, it's only one of its kind, as in it's the only one where you find BITSAT questions. Okay, BITSAT previous year questions. Of course, they are memory based, but it's the one that you find on YouTube. Okay, it's my series only. You can check it in the description. Okay, that's about physics. You can go this way, or if you don't want to study from me, okay, you can go for JEE Main PYQs as well. I don't care as long as you get the results. Okay, we are driven by the mission. Okay, not by the views. And finally, note that this is an important part of your journey. Okay, this will make or break it because in this journey you are supposed to be at this particular part. You are supposed to be very proactive. Proactive as in work in a way to get the result. Okay, don't be passive. Put in the work. You are supposed to self-study. Okay, don't. If you are watching the videos, don't just passively watch the videos. Understand the concept, try it yourself. Okay, when you see the question, pause the video, try to solve it yourself first. Okay, if you can solve it, skip the question, right? Move to the next question. No YouTuber will say it, but yeah, skip the question, who cares? Okay, so that is how you are supposed to practice self study. Try to solve as many questions by yourself. Don't watch somebody else do it passively. If you are watching a video, stop the video, try to solve the question yourself first. Okay, if you're not able to get it, of course you can watch the solution and note it down. And the important thing is you will discover so many things within the questions. You will learn a lot of concepts, right, which you are unaware of. Now it's not the time to be scared that I don't know this, I don't know this. This is an opportunity that you have learned it. Now you can learn it. You don't know it, you can learn it. Okay, so once you come across certain concept in a particular question, you can note it down in your short notes, and then you'll come across, you have to keep revising your short notes even close to your exams. Okay, although I have not mentioned it over here. So week 10 to week 12, of course, short note revision you are supposed to do once in a while. Okay, and for logical reasoning and English, any day of the week, one day of the week you are supposed to put and decide that day. Some day is not a day of the week, so decide if it's Monday, Tuesday, whatever day it is, you are supposed to put in about 1.5 hours, okay, 1.5 hour of work for logical reasoning and English. I myself have a whole series on it. I mean, I'll have a lot of questions. I'll link it in the description box. I think I've linked it with the physics cheat sheet video, right? In that only you'll find this questions, or you can use any of these books. Then for week 10 to week 12, you are supposed to up your game. Now you are supposed to get very strong in this game via answering the PYQs. Of course, PYQs you'll find the memory based or the JEE Main PYQs. Keep practicing them. Then the most important part of this week is to give mock test. Okay, I think if you're starting very late, you might be only able to cover up 5, but at least try to cover up 5. Okay, 5 mock tests before your session 1. Or if you're somebody who has prepared very well and have the luxury of the time to go for more mock tests, please go for more mock tests. Do about 10 to 15 mock tests before your session 1. Ideally, if you can pull that off, you'll be in a great shape while answering BITSAT. Okay, So also you are supposed to analyze your mock test. Once you give the mock test, get the score, it's not over there, right? You have to go back and see where you went wrong. What are the silly mistakes that you do? How can you avoid those? How can you learn certain more things? Okay, so on that I think I can make a separate video. If you are interested, do let me know in the comment section. I'll make it during the later half, okay, during the later weeks, not now to stress you out. Later we can have such a video for the analysis of mock test. Do let me know if you want certain such a thing for BITSAT. Okay, also do let me know if you want the important subtopic for physics especially in the comment section below, so I can break down the important subtopics for a particular chapter. Okay, so that can also be done. So yeah, you are supposed to give mock test, and we also have a mock test series available on this channel for the very purpose of BITSAT, so you can refer that to that also. I'll link in the description. So a lot of things I have to mention in the description box, but if I forget anything, do let me know in the comment section. So that's about this today's video. Of course, you are carry on the consistently the LRN English preparation, although you can start preparing here also, but to be on the safer side, you start preparing in the later half of this week. Okay, week 8 and all, you can start at week 8. Okay, so okay, that's enough. That's a lot of data. I hope you are sitting down with a copy and noting it all down, learning it all, and this is now your time to be the hero, your time to apply these lessons and achieve the greatness. Okay, so I'll see you soon on the other side. If you want to join me in the practice, in the grind, we continue with the we are continuing with the question bank series, and we'll also bring up the mock test series, a few more episodes of it in I think April when we finish the question bank series. Okay, so we'll do that as well. So if you want to join the grind and continue on this mission towards greatness, towards BITSAT 2025, do consider subscribing. That means a lot to me, and I'll see you soon in the next video. All the best. Keep enjoying physics.